What's going on, guys? Luis here with TechnoFanPty. I have been using this phone for the last month and a half. This is not my phone. This is a loaner phone that I received for review. And what I want to do during this video is basically tell you my opinion on this phone, the things that I like, the things that I don't like, and why I will not buy this phone at $1,000. I'm not even gonna recap the specs because you can look that up. I'm gonna put a link in the description of the video so you can look up the specs. So what are the things that I like about this phone? What are the positive things? 2K display. It looks really nice, beautiful colors. You get the 90 hertz display, which is something new this year on this phone. It's super nice. You know, it's gonna give you a really nice experience no matter what you're doing. Everything is gonna look super smooth, super nice. So that's pretty cool. Also, you get the Snapdragon 855 processor, so you're gonna get really good performance on this phone. You get an amazing camera, you know, the pixel camera. You're gonna get an amazing results when it comes to daytime, portrait, nighttime, astrophotography, you know, all of the above. Amazing camera, at least when it comes to photography. When it comes to video, not so much, but it does the job. Now, you also get the gestures this year, and well, basically after Android 9, you got the gestures, gesture navigations. So if you wanna, you know, go back, you basically tap right here. You're looking at the browser, you're looking at this article, you wanna go back, you tap right here, go in the middle, go to the recent application. So as far as navigation and experience, pretty cool. That's good. Battery life, not great, but decent battery life. I believe it's 3,700 milliamp battery. 3,700 milliamp battery. The last year version was 3,430. So there is an increment this year. So it should be a little bit better. What else? Last but not least, the phone offers IP68 water resistant. That's pretty good. You know, you can get in the water with this phone. Underwater, you can get splashes. The phone can get wet. You don't have to worry about it. That's fine. That's good. What are the things that I don't like about this phone? And I think a lot of people were disappointed with Google and Pixel. No 4K 60 FPS video recording. With the Snapdragon 855, there is no reason why Google will not be able to put recording in up to 4K at 60 frames with this phone. Second, we don't get 4K 30 frames with the front-facing camera. Same thing, you know, we're still getting 1080p recording with the front-facing camera. You know, that's pretty much the standard with, you know, low budget phones. I mean, right now, pretty much everything is recording in 4K 30 with the front-facing camera. Some phones are recording in 4K 60 FPS with the front-facing camera. So, you know, that's something that I don't like. Second, too expensive. The phone starts, I believe, at $895 for the 64 gigabyte version, which is way too small of an internal storage. And if you go with the 128 gigabyte, now you're paying $999, basically $1,000 for 128 gigabyte, which the phone takes an amazing pictures, and the phone can take pictures in RAW. So 128 gigabyte, that might still not be enough, and it doesn't give you other options. It's either 64 or 128. So that's another thing that I don't like. What else? The phone doesn't offer access to micro SD card. Basically, it's internal storage 64 or 128. No access to micro SD card. Next, basically, like I said, the internal storage is just too small. We don't have more options. 64, 128. And also, probably the biggest critique and at the same time, the biggest expectation that I think a lot of people were having was not getting the wide angle lens. I think a lot of people were expecting Google to put a wide angle camera on this phone, and that was extremely disappointed that they did not include a wide angle lens on this phone. You know, that was pretty much the trending on pretty much every phone right now, including like low and mid budget phones. They come with a wide angle camera. I don't understand why Google didn't do that. So that was a huge disappointment. Everybody was saying that they would prefer having a wide angle camera over a 2x zoom camera on the rear. So for those reasons, I would not pay. I'm not saying I will not buy this phone as it is, but I will not pay $1,000 for this phone as it is. With these specs and with the things that I don't like right now, I will not buy this phone for $1,000. If the price comes down at least $300, I will buy it because it offers a really good processor, good screen. The 90 hertz, I think, is really nice. The camera, it's amazing. You know, IP68 waterproof. The battery is nice. The gestures, Android 10. You know, all of that, but not $1,000. Overall, my experience, with the pictures, the camera, I mean, it has been amazing. You guys have seen the samples as we have been talking here. You know, it does a really, really good job when it comes to daytime, nighttime photography. The experience with Android 10, pretty good with the gestures, all together. Battery life, it's been pretty decent. But, basically my opinion and final conclusions, after using this phone for the last month and a half or 2 months is that I would not buy this phone for $1,000. I will wait until the price comes down. And like I said, those are the reasons why I'm kind of disappointed. And I wish at least next year they would include a wide angle lens and at least 4K 60 frames video recording and better internal storage. Something at least like a 256 gigabyte, potentially maybe 512 gigabyte, and who knows, maybe the possibility of access to micro SD card. So anyways, that's all I have. That's my impressions and opinions on the Pixel 4 XL after a month and a half. Give me your thoughts, your comments, and I will see you later. Thank you.